finally, the WBC has done something productive when it comes to David Benavidez's career and the opportunity to truly enhance his legacy. The WBC has already ordered the purse bid for April 8th for the potential fight of David Benavidez versus the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Dimitry Bivol. Finally. And I know that Turki Alalshikh indirectly have threatened Dimitry Bivol. You better not. If you go along with the fight with David Benavidez, my friend, you would be axed. You would be in the back burner. You would not come around me anymore. Ask for some fights. Forget about the trilogy. Don't do it. But Dimitry Bivol, you don't got to be a slave to Turki Alalshikh. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be a slave to Turki Alalshikh. You know what I'm saying? You got options. You got the PVC option. You got Turki Alalshikh. Look, taking a purse bid. If Turki Alalshikh truly wants to be into this fight, he will do what he got to do, just like any other promoter. Every other promoter got an opportunity to get this fight. But you know what I was noticing, though? A lot of people believe that PVC is going to win the purse bid, right? Samson Nickowitz PVC is going to win the purse bid. Turki Alalshikh didn't say. He said already that he's not going to bid on the fight. He's not going to spend on that fight. I don't know. Maybe the market has crashed. You understand? Yeah, y'all understand how the world is right now with the market. And we seen what Shakur Stevenson had to say about Turki Alalshikh, that he haven't kept his financial promises. But guess who David Benavidez has been close to as of late? Oh yes, you know what I'm talking about. Jake Paul, Most Valuable Promotions. I won't be surprised if Most Valuable Promotions wins the purse bid. I mean, look, Netflix is throwing a lot of money. They was gonna, y'all already know that they already put in the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, the trilogy, Madison Square Garden, right? Hey, remember when Triller came about and they won the purse bid with Tifa Lopez versus George Camboso? I know they didn't finalize to showcase that type of fight. You know that Floyd Mayweather tried to cop block that event. You know what I'm saying, with the Logan Paul out there in Florida. But I won't be surprised if Most Valuable Promotions that got the backing of already Jake Paul and shout out to Nikisa, right? That money, but also Netflix money. Remember that even Turki Alalshikh in an interview with Mike Coppinger, when he was talking about in reference to Canelo Alvarez, of the possibility of Canelo Alvarez fighting Jake Paul and him sabotaging that, he said he couldn't compete. He couldn't outprice the Netflix deal. You know what I'm saying? So imagine Dimitry Bivol versus David Benavidez on Netflix. And you know what, man? He could do it in September. The fight can happen in September, ladies and gentlemen. But I think that there's power entities in the sport of boxing, whether it's the belt federations or the promoters themselves. I think they see Turki Alalshikh's Turki Alalshikh's master plan. You know what I'm saying? I think that Turki Alalshikh exposed himself when he got in cahoots with Dana White. You feel me? When he got in cahoots with Dana White and do the TKO, when he tried to push the other belt federation to the side. Remember? He tried to push the other belt federation to the side. And I think the belt federations be like, hey, yo, we got to work together right here because this guy's trying to X us out with Dana White and the money that they got. You know what? We're going to order this fight right now. But a lot of people also is going to say why the WBC didn't do this when it was Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. I know there's a lot of narratives out there and they be like, yo, but David Benavidez was supposed to petition to order the fight and stuff like that. No. The WBC needed to do what they doing right now when it came to Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. That's what they needed to do. Everybody want to hold David Benavidez accountable or Canelo Alvarez accountable. Of course, Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow of the sport of boxing and the A side. So if Canelo Alvarez wants to fight David Benavidez, he could have fought him a long time ago. But also the responsibility has to be with the WBC. Just see, so they could have ordered the Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez since day one. especially when David Benavidez got in position for to become the mandatory challenger of Canelo Alvarez, in which he was. But you know what? At the end of the day, this is a great fight for David Benavidez because Dimitry Bivol did beat Canelo Alvarez. So if David Benavidez does beat Dimitry Bivol and becomes the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, how about this? If Canelo Alvarez captures his undisputed crown again with William Skull, fight that we all don't want to see, right? But we all know that he's trying to capture that type of belt. Or Turki Alalshikh is making Canelo Alvarez fight William Skull to get that belt to fight Bud Crawford in September. Maybe we could see Cinco de Mayo, but I was gonna say maybe we'll see David Benavidez if he beats Dimitry Bivol, and that will be a pure undisputed versus undisputed. I believe that Canelo Alvarez is gonna be William Skull. I believe that Canelo Alvarez is gonna whoop Bud Crawford's behind in September. And if David Benavidez, not surprised, but I think that he has a great chance in beating Dimitry Bivol. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. Those two fights with Beterbiev took a lot of Bivol. You know what I'm saying? And Bivol, one of the pound-for-pound greats right now, beating Sudo Ramirez, beating Canelo Alvarez, beating Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? He's top 5 pound-for-pound. But if David Benavidez does beat Dimitry Bivol, and becomes the light heavyweight undisputed, and Canelo Alvarez still has the undisputed in the 168-pound division, maybe there's some possibility and there's some optimistic about that fight happening. But in the end of the day, do we want that fight to happen out there in rehab season? Because remember, Canelo Alvarez is working on a 4-fight deal with Turki Alalshikh, in which the last fight that Canelo Alvarez is going to be performing out here in America is going to be with Bud Crawford. Remember what he said, February 2026, Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting out there. I don't want no David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez out there. We want it over here. But let's see. Let's see. I mean, we've been having our hopes high for David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Hopefully it's optimistic, and maybe that could be the real retirement finale fight, the passing of the torch fight, undisputed versus undisputed, pound for pound versus pound for pound. Should I stay optimistic? I don't know yet. But at least the WBC put their foot down and it's getting ahead of what Turki Alalshikh is truly planning to do, taking over the sport of boxing. And I think the promoters have said, you know what, we got to worry about our show. Oscar De La Hoya saying, I got to worry about my business. Eddie Hearn and already got a fight with Boots versus Stanionis. We got to worry about our business. The belt federations, you better worry about your business. I think Turki Alalshikh spoke too soon. He is, shout out to Turki Alalshikh, he's done good things in the sport of boxing, but also I think there's an end game that doesn't benefit every other power player in the sport of boxing. Turki Alalshikh spoke too soon. I like the move, and hopefully maybe PVC has the money for Dimitry Bivol and Dimitry Bivol and Benavidez. But I think that a most valuable promotion is Jake Paul, who's been close to David Benavidez, and David Benavidez has been close to Jake Paul. May win the purse bid. Netflix. Aye.